by one of the regulators. Donovan Kujay laid his man out in the defensive secondary. Gain of 13 on the play by Wright. And it's good for a Horn first down. Ball is now at the 17. First and 10 at the 17-yard line. Schulenburg owns the scoreboard 42-0 and the clock at 7:55 left. Schromick will now split out to the left. Jackson to the right, tight end Mark is to the right. Wright and Houston. Drop back pass, throw it across the middle to Schromick. Incomplete, dangerous pass, just led Schromick just a little too much.
Just a quick slant, a good play when it works. He probably would have walked in the end zone after that catch, but just a little bit too much of a lead on the throw, but a good safe throw, a high percentage completion. It's nice to see that pass being thrown.
Stephen has a good ratio here tonight. That's only his second incompletion. He has 1 interception, 2 incompletions, 2 touchdown passes, 124 yards on 7 completions. Not a bad night for the young man. 7 of 9, 1 INT, 2 TDs. Second and 10, Horns at the 17-yard line. Here comes the blitz. They caught him in the zone. Flags go down. Jason Houston gets a block. Got it. Still on his feet. Bowling his way up to about the 2-yard line. Talk about those regulators. Chris Urick and Donovan Kujay out there leading the blocks. It goes up to the 1. The penalty is going to, in all likelihood, be offsides. It is. Decline, a gain of 16 for the blue chipper. And that gives Jason 168 yards. 9 carries, 168 yards. 2 touchdowns rushing, 1 receiving. It's first and goal at the 1. Now Houston will come out. Rains and Wright in the backfield. Spread the wealth. Give it to someone. Starting the man under. Gives it to David Rains. Cuts it up. Touchdown. David Rains. He's got 3 carries tonight. 2 are for touchdowns. 3 carries, 14 yards, 2 scores. Why not? And it's 48-0 with 7:11 left to go. Third quarter. And once again, Shepard will trot out there with a little black tee and try to add the 49th point to the board. He's perfect so far. Someone's getting in late. There they come. That was Rains getting in late. Looking for a good hold. Snap, hold, kick. It's good right down the middle. 7:11 left to go in this third quarter. Our new score, Schulenburg 49, the Brazos Cougars nothing. Shorthorns lead here 49-0. And well in control, Shorthorn football brought to you by Eugene and Dorothy Holas. Prime Industries, Victoria Bank and Trust. Schulenburg Tires, that's Alfredo and Mildred Valenzuela. Don Blancett, Karen and Bubba Dagan, Double B Foods Incorporated, Chuck Brown Ford, Frank's Restaurant, and Holas Duncan Insurance in Schulenburg and in Weimar. Schromick will kick it away. With the horns way on top. It will be Schromick from the 40-yard line. Straight down the middle. Now there's a little confusion. They will let it hit and watch it go out of the end zone. Schromick boomed that one. There's a little confusion. It'll be first down and 10. Brazos at the 20.
Well, with that wind blowing from the east, I guess you could call it right now, before this norther blows in, he's getting his chance to let that foot fly and get it through the end zone. He hadn't had too much success with that this year on his kicks. Having a lot of fun out there, getting a lot of practice.
First and 10, ball at the 20. Brazos Cougars with Salazar, the man running the show, trotting out. First down and 10. Ball at the 20. High backs. First man through. There's a flag going to be down, maybe a holding call. Ball was handed off to Romero Reyes. But we're going to have a penalty holding Brazos. Appeared as though one of the offensive linemen wrapped up one of our defensive players and did a hog tie. And it brings up a penalty situation. The Horns definitely will take this penalty. Drive them back 10 yards. That brings up first down and 20. Actually, they marked the football. The football is marked back at about the 7. The football is marked back down to the 7-yard line. Is it a spot foul?
It must be. I don't understand too much of the rules on when it's a spot foul, when it's a from the line of scrimmage foul. So, yeah, a big loss when they're 17 yards, like you said.
Back to the 7, so it'll be first down and 23 for the Brazos Cougars. High backfield. Handed to Reyes. Gets away from one. We have Romine flying over the pile. Brown was there. Hernandez was there. That was Tyson Romine flying over the pile. He got a little air under himself that time.
Just as he was getting ready to make the tackle, a guy had a block as he jumped, and all of them were in the air at one time. So it looked real exciting out there. I'm sure he doesn't want to do that play again.
Second down and 20. Gain of 3. Second and 20 for the Brazos Cougars. Quarterback back to pass. Hit as he throws. Ball is out. Nice move, adjustment. It's going to be up for a first down. Offensive man made a good adjustment. That is Glenn Womack. A gain of 22 and a first down. Up to the 32-yard line. So the Cougars pick up a first down here. Schulenburg 49, Brazos nothing, with 5:30 left to go in this third quarter. 5:30 left in the third quarter. Ball is at the 32-yard line. First down and 10. Salazar hands it off. First man through, slips through a tackle, gets up to the 35. The second man through, that was Romero Reyes. Adam Bozo with the tackle for the Horns. Now 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Don't forget, Friday night Horns travel to Weimar to renew their rivalry with the Wildcats. That's always a big crowd. Last couple of years have been pretty close ball games, but probably not going to be the story this year. The Wildcats are a very young ball club. Reyes again with it, maybe a gain of 1. Of course, Schulenburg, very experienced this season. Still ranked number 1 in the state, and proving it why this week, Jeff.
Well, Kevin, I think we're going to have to hire more people to help us next week, so I mean you don't get into it.
Oh, I got my licks in when I was down there. That was 85. What was it, 7-6? 84 season. 85 graduating year. How sweet it was to remember those old times. Third down and 7. I'll probably be remembering that all my life. 3rd and 7 for the Cougars. 4 minutes left. Third quarter. Pass across, incomplete. Pass intended for Keith Blahuda. Incomplete, punt time for the Cougars. With 3:58 left to go. It's gotten the wind continues to blow out of the east. It has been windy all evening here in Schulenburg. Jackson will step it back to about the 40. Go back to the 35 now. Low snap. Not much of a rush, playing return. This will be one. Jackson on the run at the 40. Flags are down. Jackson, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. See ya, but Jeff, flags are down. He finally breaks one, but we've got a flag down at the 40-yard line. The flag is down at the 40-yard line, and I think it's going to bring it back. The official running over there now is going to pick it up, and if it does, it's going to negate an explosive run. It's against the Shorthorns. Jackson has been waiting all night to bust one. He's been so close. That one you knew he had the chance because he caught it on the run, and he's got the wheels. And he got the illegal block against the horns. He'll take it back.
I'm sure whoever does that's going to hide when it comes Monday to the film time, or should I say tomorrow morning when the film times come, because Jackson's going to be looking for him.
Takes away a spectacular return for Jamie Jackson. For the Horns back on offense. Back to the 29-yard line. 3:43 left in the third quarter. Schromick getting the play from Coach David Hoosman goes and will give the play to Steven Sarton. First down and 10 Horns. Ball at the 29-yard line. Sarton will bark out the signals with Houston and Rain, or Houston right. Ball is fumbled. Oh, he's got the football. Okay. That's the first time that Houston's really been stopped for short yardage. Gain of a yard. Brings up second down. And 9 for the Shorthorns. Second and 9 for Schulenburg. Clock rolling with 3:10 left. Third quarter. Bezetsny and Jackson split out here to the right. Sarton will roll to the right. Looking. Has a man. There's Jamie. He's got the football at the 40, 35, 36, there 20. See ya. Adios. He got it back right there. Oh, paybacks. 6. It's going to go for 69 yards. And that's better than a punt return anyway for Jamie Jackson. Either way, he gets a 6 on the board. And now Sarton is closing in on 200 yards passing. His third touchdown pass. Jackson has 171 yards receiving, Jeff, and 2 touchdowns.
Excellent. You can't ask it. A lot of presence after he caught the ball to break the tackle and turn on the speed. Number 7 was right on his tail again, 5 or 10 more yards, and so would have made another game touchdown-saving tackle.
Well, Ward, you can't that young man, Michael Ward, he's a sophomore, 120 pounds. He's playing like a senior at 250 the way he's been manhandling some of these players and has a lot of desire. 55-0 as Shepard has his extra point blocked. This is a free football. Need to fall on it, it is. So the extra point is blocked and no good. So with 2:46 left, third quarter, Schulenburg 55, Brazos nothing. 2 minutes and 46 seconds left, third quarter, 55-0. Schromick will kick it away. It's been all Horns since the opening gun. And there's a kick from Schromick. Another boomer. Taking it about the 3-yard line. Do the starburst. Man will keep the football. Comes up the middle of the field and then gets hit hard about the 27-yard line. That was Sean Orsack. First down and 10 for the Cougars. Ball at the 28-yard line. 2:38 left to go. First down and 10 for the Cougars. I formation. Johnson and Romero. Or Reyes. Quarterback wants to pass. Being rushed. Thrown and caught at the 40. 45 on the feet to midfield. 22-yard gain. Pass and run. Ball was caught by Keith Blahuda. Blahuda made the catch. Brings up a first down, ball at midfield. And the clock is stopped with 2 minutes and 28 seconds left to go. And with a timeout on the field as Blahuda is shaken up. We can tell you, Shorthorn football is brought to you each and every Tuesday night by Diamond S Restaurant, Foxfire Builders, J.O. Renner, 10th Frame Bowling Alley, Audubon Travel Shop, IMCO, Crumcheck Wagner Insurance Agency, Kelly and Doris Sarton, Schulenburg Livestock Auction Incorporated, Zimmerman's Garage, Schulenburg Printing Office Supplies and Sports Specialties, the Prosky families, and Dan and Jill Tabor. First and 10 with the clock running at 2:05 left to go. We're just in the third quarter. Third quarter is taking about as long as the first two did. Of course, we had that last week, too. The first half took about 45 minutes there against Wheatley. The second half looked like it would never end. I formation. Reyes is hit. Drop for a loss. Tyson Romine and Sam Brown. Loss of a yard brings up a second down and 11 situation. Friday night, it's the Schulenburg Shorthorns in the Weimar Wildcats Stadium. 7:30 startup time. Get there early if you want a seat or a decent place to stand, because the Cat House will be rocking this Friday night. They'll have a lot of folks there. Second down and 11. Ball is snapped to the quarterback's legs. Reyes will pick it up and be mauled. Nice tackle there. Adams. Oh, no, that's Brian Watson. Brian Watson on the tackle. He slipped in there. 45 seconds left to go. Ginnert comes out. Chad's had a very productive game, as always. 30 seconds remain third quarter. Mahicek is now in at the end. Brad Mahicek. Third down and 15. 14 seconds left, third quarter, I formation. Quarterback rolling the pass. Sam again out there, throws it away, and it's almost picked off by Aiding and Romine there, but once again, Sam Brown showing good pursuit.
Keep him on the run. Don't let him set up. That's the best defense on a pocket passer. Make him run. Make him throw off balance. And like we always talked about, three things happen when they pass. Two of them are in defense's favor.
1 second left in the third quarter. It's 4th and 15 for the Cougars. And our score 55-0. Drop back to pass. Bezetsny's going to drop back to about the 25-yard line. It's a punting situation for Dwayne Sowa. And now timeout is called by the Cougars. 1 second left in the third quarter. Schulenburg 55, Brazos nothing. So after the timeout, the Cougars will still punt the football, or at least appear to punt the football. They've set into that formation. There's a snap. Here comes a rush, and it's blocked by Eric Aiding. And he's going to be down right there. That's a belly buster.
I bet he's going to feel that one tomorrow morning, right in the midsection, a perfect block.
And the Horns have the football. They take over into the fourth quarter. Jeff, well, we have a few minutes here. We've seen an old familiar face here, Jason Porter.
Well, it's good to see some of the former players. They're never ex-players. They're former players at Schulenburg. Once a Shorthorn, always a Shorthorn. Jason Porter happened to get a week off at the Merchant Marine Academy at Kings Point, New York. Getting to come down and visit around here. Number of Schulenburg players still playing in college. We're looking at Bo Adams at Tech, Daniel Adams at Houston, Mark Tidwell at Sam Houston, and Casey Tabor at LSU. A lot of people still playing football on Saturdays.
And, of course, Jason as well. That's 5 that are still out there. So many in the past, in the last few years, that the list is just so long to mention. But they're all doing Schulenburg proud. There's no doubt about it.
Especially the comment made by Spike Dykes last week about the home advantage unless you go to Schulenburg. It's a tough road there.
Yeah, he was talking about playing when they went down to Aggieland and played the Aggies. He said, you know, you can play those guys anywhere. There's not going to be talking about the home field advantage unless you go to Schulenburg. So Anyway, good to see Jason here and some of the other Friday night heroes now being Saturday heroes. Hand it off to Jason Houston. That young man, of course, we hope to see on some Saturday afternoons in the future.
You can bet he'll be playing somewhere. You can't let talent like that go to waste.
174 yards for the Blue Chipper, 2 TDs and 1 receiving. 2nd and 6, 11:35 to go in this football game. Schulenburg on top 55-0. Sarton, the quarterback. 2 splits, that's Houston and Wright. Sarton will give it to Bradley Wright. He gets mixed up and then knocked down to the 30. Well, that's 2 straight plays that the Shorthorns offense has been not short, not for a big play. 3rd down and 4 for Schulenburg. Joe Moore in with the play. Brings up a 3rd down and 4 for the Horns. Ball at the 30. We need the 26. Sarton barking the signals, pitches it to Jason Houston, going outside. Big block. Houston cuts it back up. He will see ya. You got to recognize one of the regulators, Greg Segura, got the big body out there, made the big block, and the Blue Chippers just gone over 200 yards. 204 yards, 4 touchdowns tonight. That one from 30 yards out, and it's 61-0. 12 carries for Houston, 204 yards, Jeff. It's so much fun to watch this young man run.
Well, you can see him smile all the way up here. He's enjoying every bit of this. Game like this gets a little out of hand, and you just want to get it over with. But he wants to pad his statistics, get his chances for college even a little more up there. Pad him up and let the recruiters say, hey, this guy's piling them on every week.
Well, you know, Bankston and East Bernard and Lyndon Lee and Shiner are doing the same thing. Shepard's kick this time. Boy, I wasn't going to get that one blocked. That one almost went on to Highway 77. He banged it home. 10:30 left to go. All Horns, 62-0. Shorthorns with 10.5 to go in this one, lead 62-0. Don't forget Friday night, the Wildcats of Weimar will host the Horns. And that's always a fun game. A big rivalry, a lot of emotions. Going to be interesting to see what happens at that one Friday night. 7:30 Wildcat Stadium. Schrammick is prepared to kick it away again. Schrammick has had a busy night. He's getting his work out there from the tee. And here we go. The ball fell off the tee, so we'll have to try it again. 10.5 to go. Schulenburg Shorthorns well in control. There's a kick from Schrammick. And straight up, we probably won't have the starburst here. Here comes a man coming outside. Gets wrapped around by Brian Valenzuela. Knocked down right there. Mahi Sheck is there along with Bezetsny. Tackle made in there by those 3 Shorthorns. And brings up 1st down and 10 for Brazos. Got some new numbers in there for the Shorthorns. Try to get them for you. Mahi Sheck, Aaron Strick, Watson, Brian Watson, David Raines in playing some defense, Joseph Moore. And that's what we've got from this side. So, 1st down and 10. Quarterback wants to pass, throws it out, and it's incomplete. Pass was intended there for Keith Lahuda. Strick and Moore in on the coverage. 2nd down and 10. Clock is stopped at, well, the clock, Jeff, the clock is running on an incomplete pass. But we won't say. That's okay. Of course, it probably ran a bunch of incomplete passes last week in Houston, too, the way some of those clocks the times were being announced. Mix up in the backfield. The ball is loose. Ball is on the turf. Schulenburg says, we've got the football. We do. Brian Valenzuela, I think, came up with it. Oh, Adam Bozol gets the credit. 9 minutes and something on the clock. Greg, get a shot of that clock. Oh, now it's running. Evidently, they can't get the clock to stop. First down and 10. First and 10 for the Schulenburg Shorthorns. Ball is at the 26-yard line. And Jamie Jackson is the new quarterback for the Schulenburg Shorthorns. His first snap this year gives it to David Raines. Raines up the middle to the 19. Well, we were wondering when we get to see Jamie. He is the backup quarterback, of course, to Steven Sarton. Steven's had such a phenomenal year, but it's good to see Jamie getting some snaps.
Well, Jamie, if he'd be playing for a lot of teams, he'd be our starting quarterback with a lot of speed and an excellent arm. I remember in the Dome a few years ago in the state game, he was warming up. He was throwing the ball 50, 60 yards at ease with just a flick of the wrist.
And he may be the man next year. In all likelihood, he will be. Todd Anderson in the backfield. They'll give it to Todd. Todd looking with the outside. He's got the corner. Sidesteps the man. Cuts it back inside. Get there. See ya. Oh, that is a great run. Highlight film for Todd Anders. Goes outside, stops, spins it back, cuts it inside. 6 more on the board. And that's the young man we talked about, Jeff. Todd, give him some experience. And what is it? He takes it up for a touchdown.
You know he wants to play so bad to get his taste, get his feet wet in there and get his name in the scoring column also. Todd's a good back. He just happens to have a lot of good backs in front of him also. He'll get his chance to play next year and score some points.
How many? I didn't get how many yards was it? It was a nice run. Give him 20 on the touchdown run. Shepard will be at 20 plus yards on the touchdown run for Todd Anders. Shepard will add the extra point, or try, and he does. So now with 7:48 left on the clock, Schulenburg 69, Brazos nothing. All horns. Schrammig will tow it up. Todd Anders with a 20-yard touchdown run. His first carry of the night, or first carry of the night, and he goes for 20 yards. They can hit you from all angles. That's 10 touchdowns tonight for the Horns. Schrammig with a short kick will be taken. Man coming up the middle of the field, looking outside, and going to be dragged down by Schrammig. So Schrammig makes the tackle. First down and 10 for the Schulenburg Shorthorns, or for the Brazos Cougars. Clock is rolling, or they're going to keep the clock running. New number in there is 65. We don't have a name on him. First down and 10 for the Brazos Cougars. Handed up the middle. Not much there. Brings up second down. Jeff, it's been all Schulenburg. We expected a strong performance. Any thinking that they may be flat, that was erased right away.
Well, as Coach alluded to, they need to get off to a good, quick start. Get Brazos down right away and remind them, hey, you're 0-5 and you are playing the #1 team. We're going to remind you of that and put it away right away and enjoy this game.
After the tough pre-district schedule, Schulenburg continues to roll right along. It's every week after week after week, they've got another weapon that'll get you. Second down and 9. Quarterback back to pass, in trouble. There's a pass out. It's going to be incomplete here on the Shorthorn sideline. And brings up third down. some outstanding statistics tonight for the Schulenburg Shorthorns. We'll have all that in the post game. It's 3rd down and 9 for the Brazos Cougars. The defense of the Horns has allowed less than 100 yards in this ball game. That is just tremendous. 3rd down and 9. 69-0 Schulenburg. Offset eye look. Here comes motion. Pitch it to the left side. Strick comes up, gets smashed. Oh, but Bozo with a pancake. Bozo with a pancake. And he had a little orange juice with that one. And a blueberry muffin was coming up in the kitchen, just in case he needed a little more to smash on. Well, we do have a flag down. I don't know if the man was set on the motion. They're going to waive it off. Legal procedure against the Cougars. Penalty is declined. And now it's 4th down. What a hit by Bozel.
Oh, coming up from the linebacker spot. He's a legitimate linebacker player on like we talked about for most teams. Good hit for the ball. He's a real strong-willed young man, and showing why. He in fact, if I remember, Hoosman said last week we played 6 different people at linebacker, and everybody did an outstanding job. Everybody fills in where they need to be.
That's why you're a championship team and a championship program. 4th and long. Punt is a good one. Bezetsny at the 35, in traffic, up the middle, gets away, still on his feet. Oh, and then he gets hit hard. Well, the Shorthorns will take control at the 43-yard line. 4 minutes and 54 seconds left in the ball game. Schulenburg leading 69-0. And the officials are rolling the clock. That's something that they do in situations where the games tend to get out of control. They will roll the clock and let it run.
Well, I remember one time we were playing in Lexington and got out of hand. We were kicking field goals on 1st down, if I remember right. And they weren't too happy with that. They were kind of thinking we were rubbing it in, but we could do worse.
Bradley Wright, straight running play. Good for 4 yards. And Bradley on the night has had a good night, has a touchdown. Every Shorthorn running back has scored that has played. Houston has 4 touchdowns, 3 on the ground. Raines has 2. Wright with 1. Anders with 1. 2nd and 6. Inside of 4 minutes left now. Schramek will come in with a play. Oh, he didn't even get to the huddle. Jamie Jackson at quarterback. This his 2nd possession. Turns, gives it to Anders. Gets wrapped up. Stays on his feet. Todd stayed on his feet and fought it across the midfield stripe to the 48-yard line. Good run by Todd Anders, a gain of 4. Now it's 3rd and 2. 3:25 to go. Friday night, the Horns on the road to Weimar to take on the Wildcats. And then we've got Shiner, East Bernard. I think we close out with Flatonia. Is that Flatonia away to close it out? Still going to be interesting. 3rd down, line 3. 3rd and 3, and flags go down, maybe a motion. The lineman for the Ginnert is in there at lineman. Sam Brown. The Ginnert's at the tight end. Brian Valenzuela. Greg Chernishek. Paco Valenzuela is in there. Sam Brown. So we'll get everybody covered. Yeah, that's one thing when these guys are defensive players. And so when you bring your 2nd team in, you're still bringing in 1st team defense. That's the luxury of having players that are skilled that you can hone to their offensive or defensive skills. 3rd and 8. Hand it to Bradley Wright. Looking for the outside. He's got it. Has the 1st down. Still on his feet. That's a gain from the 46 across midfield. Gain of 13 on the carry for Bradley. Up to the 42. 2:20 left in the football game. 69-0 in favor of the Shorthorns. Barry Shepard has kicked 9 of 10 extra points. That's more than some teams will kick all year. First down and 10. The one that he missed was blocked cleanly on a good defensive play. Aiding to the right, Schramek to the left. And Chad Ginnard over at the right side, tight end. Hand it to Todd. Anders has him, gets the block from Aiding. And then Aiding did not stay with his block. And then got away, and he got a hold of Anders at the 35. Not before Todd gains 7 on the play. Coach David Hoosman calling the plays, of course, with Aaron Strick taking in the play to Jamie Jackson, the quarterback. Greg Yola, our sleepy cameraman, is providing all these fine shots. I knew we needed a nickname for Greg. Sleepy. 2nd and 3 for the Horns. Strick to the right, Aiding here to the left. We'll run to the left. To right. Bradley trying to get outside, takes it up. Oh, big play by Lewis. Bradley Wright's going to be close to the first down. Inside of a minute to go now. Going to be short. Gain of 2. 3rd and 1 now for the Horns. Schramek and Joseph Moore. You think Jason's calling the plays down there? Let's look at Coach Hoosman and Jason Houston. I wonder if Jason is calling the plays here, Jeff. Do you think?
He might be. You can see his jaw going pretty fast down there. Give him a chance to score, Jason's saying. Let him run, let him run. Let's get another one.
Coach, let me in. I want to score 5 touchdowns tonight. And we'll take the knee, and that's going to do it. Jackson will take the knee. Wise call. And the Schulenburg Shorthorns. Again, any doubt in your mind that this team is for real, my friends, come out here on a Friday night. We're going to show you what for real is all about. Schulenburg wins this one easily by the final score of 69-0. Friday night, we'll be in Weimar. The Wildcats and the Shorthorns doing battle. They're renewing their annual rivalry. And that game will be on next Tuesday night on Channel 16. Jeff has some stats for you. And now let's go to Jeff Proschke, and we'll take a look at those stats. Look at the final stats. Let's look at the scoring summary. It was all Schulenburg. First quarter, 10:28 left. Jason Houston, 10-yard run. Shepard's kick, 7-0 Schulenburg. 7:42 left in the first. Houston, 32-yard run. Shepard's kick, 14-0 Horns. Second quarter, first play, David Raines, 4-yard run. Shepard kick, 21-0. 6:20 left, first half. Bradley Wright, 11-yard run. Shepard's kick, 28-0. Then with 33 seconds left in the first half, Steven Sarden found Jamie Jackson, 8-yard pass. Shepard's kick made 35-0 at the half. Third quarter, defense came out, held, got the football back. Horns drove it down. Sarden to Houston, a 1-yard pass. Shepard's kick made it 42-0 with 9:54 left in the third. Still in the third, David Raines, 2-yard run. Shepard's kick made it 49-0. Still in the third quarter, 2:46 left. After a punt return for a touchdown call back by Jamie Jackson, the Horns went right back. Sarden to Jackson, 69-yard pass. PAT was blocked. It was 55-0 with 2:46 left in the third. Fourth quarter, Jason Houston, 30-yard touchdown run. Shepard's kick.